All right, not wasting any time on this one. It's our good friend John Kennedy, Senator John Kennedy, and I think he's addressing the whole shutdown of the U.S. government. And why it's important to us is because, well, it may have some implications on the speed of which the next crypto law might get actually passed. So we're waiting for a few votes to go through for the Market Structures Act, as well as the I think it's the Clarity Act, of course. I was trying to figure out the other one, but yeah, he talks about the bipartisan battle, the back and forth, the tug-of-war that's going on internally. And I saw a clip of this one. I just want to see the whole thing now. So let's see what he says.
Louisiana Senator John Kennedy joins me now. He serves on the Budget and Appropriations Committee. Senator Kennedy, welcome. Always good to have you with us. What is your response to Chuck Schumer's proposal here to keep those ACA benefits going for another year, bipartisan committee to work on those, and reopen the government with the Clean?
He's gearing. Watch this.
God, please give me patience, because if you give me strength, I'm going to need bail money. What Senator Schumer is suggesting is that we do the dumbest thing possible that won't work. Stupid should hurt more. Senator Schumer says we should just extend the status quo for a year. What does that mean? That means that we would have to take $35 billion of taxpayer money and give it directly to the health insurance companies without any commitment of lowering premiums. How is that going to reduce health care costs?
No clue.
How's that going to reduce premiums?
No clue.
The health care companies are going to...
Just so we're absolutely clear, I could care less what they do, when they do it. All I want to know is, how is this going to affect crypto? And right now, there are a bunch of delays. We were supposed to have this next Clarity Act voted in at the end of October. We're sitting here literally almost mid-November. So, we'll take the entertainment in any way that it comes. Go ahead, Senator.
Take $35 billion from the taxpayers and put it into their pockets. I mean, duh. I don't know what Senator Schumer is thinking. Earth to Chuck. Earth to Chuck. Am I going to vote for this? The short answer is no. The long answer is hell no. I think we're just going to have to get used to the fact that we've been in a shutdown.
Yeah, look at how this anchor is trying to keep her cool. I'm not the only one that finds this stuff funny, apparently, because this anchor she's actually trying to keep her cool. Well, let me back it up 1 second or so. She's literally like trying to collect herself.
The short answer is no. The long answer is hell no. I think we're just going to have to get used to the fact that we've been in a shutdown. We're going to be in a shutdown for a while. I voted 14 times to lift the shutdown. The Democrats and Senator Rand Paul have voted 14 times to keep the government shut down. We're just going to be here for a while.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like what Senator Schumer just proposed is really any different than where Democrats have been all along. They wanted $1.5 trillion. You could say $36 billion. I guess there's a lot of different numbers on this package. But to keep the Obamacare benefits were expanded during COVID, and of course, once you give something, very hard to claw it back. So that's where we are right now. And so the impact of having that extension pulled away is making people's new health care benefits rise. But as you say, it's not fixing the problem in terms of lowering costs. Is there any, I just spoke with the former Governor Sununu, and he said, what they need to do is accept Senator Thune's next proposal and agree on it and get Democrats across the board on it. What do you think that is going to look like?
He's just going to bring up the same resolution that he's brought up 14 times. Look, if we learned anything during this shutdown, we've learned that the Obamacare Affordable Care Act exchanges, they're not working. They're not lowering health care costs. Extending the status quo will just be putting fresh paint on rotten wood.
So, you
Why
know,
would we want to do that?
excuse me, you know, President Trump has a solution, and he talked about it again today. Watch this.
I am totally in favor of terminating the filibuster, and we would be back to work within 10 minutes after that vote took place. Because it would pass if we terminated the filibuster. Voter ID, no mail-in voting, no cash bail.
They're calling it a filibuster now. Terminating the filibuster. Okay, maybe I have to do my research on what a filibuster is, but
No men
Okay.
and women's sports, no welfare for illegals. You could go on and on. This
He's just saying you have to embrace it. You have to go for the fact that you have the House, the Senate, and the White House, and think about the things that you could get passed if you're willing to do this. Are you willing to vote to eliminate the filibuster, Senator?
Well, President Trump has made his position, at least to me, abundantly clear. I talked to him this morning. He makes a persuasive argument, but here's in essence what he's going to say, or what he has said, rather. None of us want to get rid of the filibuster, but the Democrats are going to do it as soon as they're back in charge.
all right, so I just searched this up. What's a filibuster? Filibuster is a political tactic used in the U.S. Senate to delay or block a vote on a bill or a nomination, usually by prolonging debate. So, I mean, Senator, this guy's just saying they don't want, I mean, I'm assuming he's leaning on they don't want to eliminate the filibuster. I have no idea why. Honestly, it's each side trying to make the other side look like they're causing this delay, when in actual fact, it's pretty much a tug-of-war and a distraction. You know, this is a distraction as long as we're on the same page here. There are a lot of things that are on the plate that the U.S. government needs to be pushing along. And let's just assume with all the cuts that have been happening, with all the confusion and the stakes that are pretty much on the table now, you know, it's not as simple as just, you know, letting the Clarity Act go without being checked 1,000 times or something like that. I mean, that's at least, obviously I'm biased. That's what I'm concerned about. That's what I'm interested in, as opposed to whatever other bill that they're, you know, delaying this entire process for. I could care less. I'm just trying to figure out when my people will be able to say Moon Day is officially upon us. And if it's not a moon day, then what is it going to look like? I have no idea. A few of my closest circle friends are essentially saying that if this Clarity Act does get passed, it may create the largest nuke event for crypto, especially Ethereum. We'll find out. For those of us that are heavily vested in Ethereum, I surely hope it finds us on the right side of history, because, man, it sucked to see the entire market go down because of Ethereum. Good thing at least one asset has clarity, so we'll see.
We might as well do it now. My response to the president this morning, after listening politely, was, well,
Listening politely.
the quickest way, the best way to prevent all that is let's not put the Democrats back in charge. There's no guarantee that the Democrats are going to take over the Senate in the midterm elections, or even after that. The filibuster only pertains to the Senate. It doesn't pertain to the House. So to keep the Democrats from doing that, we just hold the Senate, which we're planning on doing.
Well, that's going to be a big project, obviously, for Republicans for the next 18 months. Senator Kennedy, thank you very much. Always good to hear from you, sir.
Yeah, entertaining guy. I could care less of the whole Democrat-Republican nonsense, to be honest. But yeah, it seems like this thing is going to keep going for a little while longer. So we'll see. I think there are a few people that are placing bets on Kalshi that you know, the U.S. government will get its shutdown lifted this week. If that happens, then good for people. Then we can at least see I'd probably say a late. I don't know that late November makes sense at all. Like end of this month makes sense for this thing to get passed. But we're definitely talking something similar to what Kevin O'Leary said, which was towards the end or towards the beginning of next year. I have no idea why he said 90 days with such confidence, but maybe he knows something I don't. So, yeah, that is Mr. Mr. Kennedy. Let's see what he said at the beginning.
God, please give me patience, because if you give me strength, I'm going to need bail money.
Bail money. Okay, well, we could end it on that. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. What did they say? Like, comment, and subscribe. Whatever floats your boat. We're pretty much doing everything in our power to remain objective and focused, but you know, the odd entertaining video from Senator Kennedy doesn't hurt. So, yeah, you know what to do. Future's bright. Catch you on the next one.